Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Reality Raiders 3, The Search for the Eternity Armor, a Torg Eternity actual play show here on WebDM. My name is Rudy Basso. I will be the game master for this and all future sessions, and the past sessions as well. You can follow me online at Rudy Basso. My pronouns are he, him. Let's go around the circle. Everybody tell me who you are and who you are playing, and let's start to my right with Amber. Hi, Amber. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. So I'm Amber. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Cypress, who uses he, him pronouns, the cowboy mage from Isle who apparently is so committed to being a cowboy, will not run properly even when there are possessed stone scorpions chasing him.
Listen, when you got a mosey, you got a mosey.
Just got
That's what I always
Just got
say.
a mosey.
Great. More on, I'm so excited for today's session and Cypress in particular. We'll get to that later. Let's drop down below you with that American flag background, with that American flag headband, with that American flag sunglasses. And we can't see it, but with an American Gladiators singlet. Hi, who are you and who are you playing?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Pro from WebDM. I'm a he, him, and I am playing Salvo, who is a he man. And judging by the state of things right now, things aren't going to be looking good for these Scorpions, because ever since he got kicked out of a Scorpions concert in the early 80s for rocking too hard, Salvo has hated Scorpions with a passion.
Yeah, and wasn't your rival on American Gladiator Scorpion? Wasn't that another American Gladiator, and everyone knew about the heat between Salvo and Scorpion? That was like,
yeah, exactly. We had many backstage fights. We wanted to bring them out front, but they said it's gladiators versus contestants.
It's not. So, you're supposed to be friends.
We're supposed to be, but we never were.
Oh, okay. Jumping across that beautiful Torg Eternity logo. Hi, Dot. How are you? Who are you playing today?
I'm Dot, she, her. You can find me everywhere as Little Red Dot. I'm playing Flick, our resident nerd. Who is always out of sorts. What she does have is Radio Shack as her happy place, but she's not there right now. Instead, she's been forced into a tomb which we're pretty sure has mummies, which is not what she signed up for.
May or may not have mummies. There's a lot
may or may not. There's a lot. There's stone scorpions, there's regular scorpions, there's capes. Still out of her league. But she's here and doing the best she can with the buttons that she's got.
Very nice. And our last player right above you, Dot, is Shauna. Hi, Shauna. How are you? Who are you playing?
I am doing good. I am Shauna, she, her, and I am playing Beck Matsumoto, also she, her, no holds bar baseball player. And her plan for everything is basically fight them until she beats them up. So that's it.
Fight them until you beat them up. Classic. That's the easy way to win, as far as I'm concerned.
Just enough to fit on a t-shirt.
Always effective. Okay, so last week, you are all currently in the Nile Empire, a pulp fiction kind of over-the-top technology, Egyptian kind of themed world. You are currently inside of a pyramid, the Pyramid of Care, or Kare. And you have made it to the final chamber, which is a large kind of gymnasium style. You've got columns going up to the ceiling. There's like this platform, like going up these stairs. And currently standing on top of the platform is a giant stone scorpion. And riding on the back of it is the governor of this specific area in the Nile Empire, Wuhan, who's kind of this classic supervillain, floating above his head and above the scorpion's head, and this kind of like floaty orb from like an old school arcade game where you jump and you grab it and it's the power up kind of a deal. That's what I'm thinking when I say it, is what you are looking for, the magical cape of the Eternity Armor. Now, where we last let off, Flick played the Triumphant Boast Cosm card, which, if you'll recall, and this is specific to the Nile Empire, when it is played, the villain has to give a monologue explaining their motivations and what does the text say? Can we bring it up? Thank you, Grant, our wonderful producer. Can you read it again for us, Fleck? Can you just so
I can when I make it bigger for my old eyes.
Sure.
Okay, here I go. Okay, it says, searching my glasses. Play when faced with a villain. The villain must explain his scheme in some detail. If the villain isn't in charge, he explains who is and what he knows of any master plan.
Okay, before that happens, a door slides open from the side, and stumbling and tumbling comes out Salvo, who sits up, stands up, brushes himself off, and goes, "Well, that was weird," and is now with you guys. Also,
he was at the Pyramid of Care.
Yes, he went to the wrong one. Yeah, but there was a connector there. Yeah,
the Pyramid of Care, what we all need in 2020.
And then
y'all were right. I shouldn't have drank the big gulp before coming out here.
It happens. Horus Conundrum has mysteriously disappeared. None of you are surprised.
What a conundrum.
Okay, so you look up and Wuhan begins to speak while riding on the back of the giant stone scorpion, and he says, "You have defeated my trap rooms, adventurers, but you shall not pass my giant scorpion, nor I, myself, the insidious Wuhan. For you see, I am working hand in hand with the Pythian League to accrue all the pieces of the Eternity armor myself. And once I have the armor, I shall overthrow Doctor Mobius, who has grown old and plump with the power of being a High Lord. Yes, it was the one who calls himself Ice Cold who approached me initially with the story of the Eternity armor, an ancient artifact native to this earth. Once I have it," and then you hear another voice. "Old and plump, says you?" One of the columns holding up the room shimmers slightly like a cloak is being turned off. And out steps a man wearing an old tiny pharaoh getup, which I guess is just a regular pharaoh getup. And he's wearing a cloak with a hood, and the hood is over, and you can't quite see his face. You note he is not plump, and he doesn't seem particularly old. "Wuhan, I always expected your inevitable betrayal. I did not think it would be made in conjunction with the Pythian League, a group of scoundrels of whom I've seen no greater. Well, it is no bother, for I shall finally defeat you and assign a new governor to this region while I continue my quest to become the Torg." Wuhan turns to this new man and says, "Dr. Mobius, I was hoping to face you on my own terms, but the circumstances here for our final encounter will do just finely. Once and for all, I will finally defeat..." Then another voice echoes in the chamber. It seems to be coming from you don't know where.
I think we're crashing somebody's party.
Oh my god.
We're in the middle of something that we shouldn't be.
"Anybody ever tell you windbags you talk too much?" Out of the shadows steps an athletically figured man wearing a mask and a sweet, like, burgundy-colored scarf and, like, a shirt in suspenders kind of thing. It looks like Brendan Fraser in The Mummy. And you all recognize him as the Shroud, the kind of pulp superhero that kind of fights constantly against Dr. Mobius and all of his minions. And when the villains see him, they both gasp, "The Shroud!" they exclaim. Wuhan turns to Dr. Mobius. Well, good doctor. Perhaps we shall remain allies once more to defeat our long-standing rival. Dr. Mobius draws his Webley revolver, which is like his trademark gun, and he says, "Yes, I think we shall." Wuhan jumps off the scorpion, and the pair approach the newly costumed hero slowly. He was always costumed. He newly didn't proofread this.
Well, that changes the scene.
We watched him get dressed.
This is something you should be paid for on the internet usually. Okay, the Shroud calls down to all of you. "Heroes, get the cape. I'll deal with these nincompoops." "You're the poop!" Wuhan shouts at him. "Roll initiative. Draw initiative."
Oh my
Here
gosh.
we go.
I'm having so many feelings right now.
Yeah, me
Okay.
too.
Okay.
So-
I need my character sheet for that.
Yes. You will need your character sheets. Okay, here we go. This is a dramatic scene.
Okay.
Pulling out. You take it to them is the card. Oh, a great card.
Ooh.
So heroes go first. Villains get a setback, which, oh, is that that's the narrative card, I think? Or it's the one that gives them shock. I always get them confused. You all go in the meantime while I look that up.
Great. I'm sorry. What are we doing for you?
Yeah. So heroes go first. The scorpion, the big stone scorpion, is still like, "Wah!"
Right.
He's looking down at you defiantly, like daring you to come closer.
Okay.
And the cape is again floating. He himself is about like 10 feet tall, huge kind of pincer. He's like got a man body too. He looks like
Whoa, that's a lot.
He looks like The Rock in
Oh,
Scorpion
no.
King.
Oh no!
Right.
Oh yes.
And he is badly CGI'd as well.
He's
He looks as rough as The Rock does in The Mummy 2. Like just
The
weird
worst eyebrows
angles.
Is that
I've ever
even
seen.
possible? I don't think universes we can't actually have both of them.
Like whoever made it was like, art was my minor in college. Like I dabbled. I was really enthusiastic about it. But
I totally
didn't
failed
have-
life drawing. Yeah.
I didn't have the skill, but everyone just felt bad for me because I'm so into the theme.
This scorpion just keeps getting worse and worse.
This guy. Okay, well then we need to put him out of his misery.
That's very kind of you.
Do the best we can here.
Mhm.
I think Flick is absolutely shell shocked. I think she's like, oh, and trying to take all this in, like mouth agape. And he's like, get the cape. And Flick's like, what cape? And there's like a moment of panic. I don't think Flick is going first.
Okay, sure.
How far away is the scorpion from where we are?
So you can make it in a move action if you want to get up and square up with him. So again, he's on a platform. The platform is pretty wide. You could all stand up there with him simultaneously. Like there's
Right.
enough room and stuff. But he is standing in directly beneath the cape. So you got to have leaps if you're going to get up there, or you got to do something else.
Ride a scorpion.
There are columns on the platform as well in each
Okay.
on the four corners of it.
Okay.
So you want to do something with that? You can do something with that.
Oh,
Okay.
Salvo, can we talk? We can just like talk.
Talk's free
and-
action.
Okay,
Absolutely.
yeah. So Salvo, you should knock a column into the other column. We could walk up and maybe jump onto get the cape.
Yeah, Salvo just looks over at the column. How far away is it?
It's a move action. You can
Yeah.
get it's.
He doesn't even say
close enough.
anything. He just runs over and just like Goldberg like shoulder tackles the column.
Okay, cool. Make
Wow.
make a strength check to try and knock it over, or if you can think of another specific skill, unarmed combat if you have a bonus in that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do unarmed combat.
Okay,
Let's do that.
a 16. Yes, that will do it. The column, it cracks about halfway, so the support is sort of still there, but it falls over at an angle that lands. It's like at a diagonal angle, so it is run upable. It doesn't reach the top of the scorpion completely. It's about halfway up, like
Okay.
chest height of his muscled rock kind of physique. But I mean, with a good run and a good leap, you may be able to grab that immediately.
Okay.
would you do
So
next?
if that's my action, I'm also gonna yell that to the scorpion.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the worst eyebrows I've ever seen rendered. And then
Hold on. Am I doing it? I can't even tell. I might be.
Yeah, you do.
even if you were doing it, you wouldn't be doing it. And then I'm going to play this card at the beginning of next round, since that initiative card is. So
Oh
good.
yeah.
But I have
Oh!
seize the
What is it?
initiative card.
Put it out in front of us. Let's see it and read it. I want to see that art.
Okay. I'm gonna put
Very
it right
nice.
in there. But basically, you play that at the beginning of the round to retain the previous round's
Oh.
card.
Okay. So
Mhm.
you're definitely playing that next time. Yeah. All right. Awesome. That
Oh,
is
we're
a.
supposed to. Never mind.
It says play at the beginning of the round, right?
Well, I know, but I thought you had. Never mind. I thought we had to play the card, like put the card in the pool to play it, right?
So you
From our
put it
hand
in
to our
the
pool?
pool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
No.
I'm putting it in the pool.
The
so I
pool.
can play
No,
it.
no. It
That's
goes
what it
from
says in the book.
pool to the hand, right? Am I not wrong?
Nope, no, we have learned this. It's from your pool to your hand. I wrote it on a sticky note. It's in front of me. That's where I'm at with it. Yeah. I think it's like
Right?
it's just weird because when you take the cards and roll 20, it automatically puts them
If the
into
game is
your hand.
if the game is proceeding in rounds, players must first build an action pool from their hand before the cards can be played. This builds drama and forces tactical choices. So I read that as like
wrong.
we have them in our hand and I'm playing it so that next round it
Edit all this. Yeah.
that's why I've been so confused. So
All
I
right.
think so.
I agree with you. Who would like to go next?
Okay, so this doesn't go all the way to the top, but it's very close. I just don't think Flick is running up that.
Also, I also
Let me actually
We-
see. I mean, my
and then we
dexterity is rather
both turn to
high.
Beck.
So
Yeah, Beck is getting ready to go.
I have found out recently that we misused apportation last week.
Oh, we did?
Apportation is movement related. Alteration changes things. Conjuration makes things, and divination is communication. Thank you
Okay.
in chat. I don't recall exactly who pointed that out, but thank you so much for breaking it down so easily. But I think therefore apportation might be something you can use to bring something to you.
If I had the magic ability spell to do so,
Oh, okay, yeah.
because otherwise all I have under apportation right now is
Mhm.
a bullet, which means moving
Mm.
something into somebody's flesh.
Mm. Mm.
That is still super useful.
Mm. Okay.
Maybe is this bubble? What does this bubble look like?
It's like a kind of like glowing orb around the cape.
Okay. Okay.
Just kind of like floating in place.
Does it seem magical or electrical?
It seems both. It seems like it's being held in place by some sort of electrical, maybe device that is also magical in nature. If that makes
Mark's
sense.
first rule. Yeah.
Okay.
Magnets. They're magic.
Oh. As the column gets knocked over, the orb starts to float a little bit more wildly, we'll say. As though
Oh.
by doing so, you kind of knock something askew, perhaps.
Okay, well, if I see technology that Flick can do, Flick would like to maneuver around silently, if possible, to that, like wherever the thing fell. Flick's going to the opposite side of the
Okay.
pyramid
Sure.
to not be seen. She wants to stay out of action and just sneak up on the technology.
Okay, so you can let's see. It is big right now. Our
Yeah.
guy is big. So if you want to go around him without like engaging him, then I think maybe we'll have to make a check for that.
Cool. Okay.
Like if you want to run through his like attack area, then that might cause something to happen. So
Right. Okay. Can I roll a stealth?
yeah.
Okay. Because that's actually a very good roll for Flick. Okay. Let's just see. Okay, it wasn't horrible.
That's an 11. I would say
It's
DC
11.
12 because he's so big. He's such a
is
big
what I
boy.
needed.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good
Yeah.
thing I have got a card in my pool to play.
How do you have a
which-
card in your pool?
Aren't we still continuing from last time?
No, it resets after the scene
Oh, it's-
ends.
Oh, well, then I don't have that. Then I can't play it. Then I'll just spend a possibility point because I got plenty
Okay.
of those. Hang on, let me take this back. Okay. Ooh. All right. Flip. Give it to me. Okay, possibility. No modifier. I rolled an 11.
Bam.
19.
Super
That's
good.
definitely what I needed.
Absolutely.
Okay, so yes, I would like to sneak around to the back and just maybe assess this piece of technology because the last thing I want is like, I don't know, an like a nuclear
Sure.
explosion or something. So
The columns are actually, they don't seem like they're made out of stone. They're sort of like a it's like not plexiglass, but something that has been manufactured.
oh.
And they look like stone, but like touching them, feeling them, they feel like hollow on the inside.
Are uh interesting. Okie dokie.
Mhm.
Is there anything that I can do? Does it seem that these are conductors? That's
Yeah,
the
you can feel energy vibrating out of
Vibrating?
them as you touch them as well. Yeah, you instantly recognize that.
think it's time to blow a fuse. Flick takes her new glove. And I'm gonna try to shock this because if they're connected, maybe I can overload it.
Yeah, very cool. Love it. Yeah, roll for your your glove of power.
My electro glove. Okay, I'm just seeing here. I don't. Oh, I do. Okay. That wasn't very good.
There's only an 8. Yeah, this is not an easy thing to overpower. These have been there for a long time. I think I'm gonna even say it would be a 16 to overcharge it and cause it to kind
Okay.
of explode.
Well,
So you got your
that's-
possibility if you want.
I do, and I think I'm. You know what? I got plenty of possibility. I'm gonna use another one.
Okay.
My roll was what?
It was a 9.
9. Oops, not the modifier. Did it roll?
It did not.
Uh-oh. Okay. No modifier. My roll was a 9.
17.
Look at that! It's meant to be.
Yeah. So there is again a hum as your glove touches this thing, and then an explosion internally. Like you can feel something just exploded, and the cape in the orb begins to shake more violently. Like it is having real difficulty being held up here.
Ooh.
And it even drops a little bit. It doesn't touch the scorpion's head, but it like falls down a little bit further, which will make jumping to it definitely easier. Who would like to go next?
Oh, I think Beck looks at Cypress. I didn't understand all that. She'll point at the 3 of them. But so we we beat up the scorpion, correct?
You are more than welcome to beat up the scorpion.
Sounds like a plan. And she'll run up the column that Salvo has like knocked over, and she's going to try and attack the scorpion.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Are you leaping up onto the scorpion, or are you just like squaring up with him because you're at chest level, just swinging the chainsaw?
I think what she's gonna do is she's gonna run up the column, and then
Okay.
right before like she's going to like think she's gonna attack, she does a slide and then like starts a chainsaw and just like tries to like saw underneath the scorpion part of it.
Oh no, you're gonna cut the scorpion part off of the man part? All right. I'm into it.
Correct that wrong.
Yeah, exactly. You hear the
are an
chainsaw in your head.
abomination.
Yeah, that's what the chainsaw in your head says.
Yes.
Like, we must make this right again. As you start trying to bisect it. Yeah. So give me a roll. Give me a chainsaw roll. Chainsaw attack roll.
All right.
So good.
Melee weapons attack roll.
Ugh. I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1. No, I think we're good. I think chainsaw works within this axiom. I
Yeah.
thought we might have our first disconnect. I got excited.
I will use a possibility for that because I
Okay.
have a lot, and there is no reason
Where's your
not
melee
to.
defense, my man? Not hard. Oh, not yeah. I think actually you get a +4 for attacking him too. Sorry, bump that in your modifiers
Okay.
because he is so large. It's hard to miss
All
this
right.
giant scorpion.
Should I add that to the possibility roll? The modifier.
Yeah, you can go
Okay.
ahead and bump that on the modifier.
All right. This is gonna be a tough roll. All right. Let's do it.
New result is 19. Wow. Yeah, that does it. That not only hits, it gives you 2 bonus dice.
Sweet.
Now, Scorpion, easy to hit, but as your chainsaw smacks into him, you can feel he is a stony boy. Like this is not easy to cut through, even with your magical chainsaw arm.
Sparks.
That's
All right.
that was fun to say. Okay. So go ahead and roll. So your base damage is 14, correct?
Yeah, 14.
Okay, so roll your bonus dice, and
Okay.
then we'll see how much damage you do.
I get to reroll that 1.
You get to reroll the 1, which is
Yep.
one of your perks.
That is
Whoop.
not the right. That is the wrong dice. I cannot see. There we go. All right. That's 4.
4?
That's 7.
So your total is 21.
1.
Okay, he absorbs a ton of it. Like your chainsaw makes a small dent into him, but it is the equivalent of like a shallow cut on a human. Like it really doesn't bury itself very deep into him before you have to yank it out before getting stuck in him.
Yeah.
So see, like I said, he's a big stony boy. He is a tough one. So good turn.
All right. I'll at least
Who's
be
left?
distracted.
Cypress is left. He's
it's
definitely
Cypress.
definitely distracted by you.
Oh boy. Wow. Wish I had that mage hand.
Oh yeah, Mage Hand would have come in handy right now, but it's currently being used to smoke cigars.
Yeah, flashback right now. Cut to the
Blake
scene where-
tried. Yeah, flashback. Blake's in the hallways like,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this is a bad idea leaving it with him. We're going to need this.
Yeah, in Quinn Sebastian's room in his office, he's smoking. He goes, "This would come in handy a lot for people, probably." And then he takes another drag on his cigar.
What a jerk.
Okay. I do not have actual skill in this. I
Okay.
would like to try to lasso this out of the sky,
Lasso.
which
Okay.
I have no idea what you would want me to roll for this.
I will accept melee weapon. I will accept missile weapon.
Okay. This is probably a very bad idea.
That probably doesn't make sense, but I don't care.
It makes sense in my mind.
Okay.
Missile lasso is everything that I signed up for this game for.
Yep. All right. So yeah.
Sure.
Man. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it. I'm really
All right.
scared, everybody, because this is outside of Cypress's actual.
Do it. You can do it.
Okay.
Oh man.
Fake it till you make it.
If the humans- okay, you
Yeah,
rolled a
like
2. You
Yeah,
rolled a
figure it.
2.
I could try it in possibility. I pick up
Mhm.
my lasso that fell onto the ground.
Yeah, you
shouldn't
lasso
know.
yourself somehow?
Last roll was a 5. Submit 14.
I should have told you the DM beforehand. Now I'm
Yeah, I
thinking of it
should.
now.
That's right.
Yeah, I'll say 14 is good. Yeah, it's kind of floating. And actually, at the moment you throw the lasso, it floats. It's like on its downward kind of float, right within reach of you. Okay, so your lasso loops around it, and it loops around the orb itself, and then the orb floats back up and kind of pulls you with it a little bit.
Oh no, I'm dangling.
So it feels like it's strong. It feels like you will probably need to make a strength check. Either you or someone else can grab onto the lasso and pull it down to kind of pull it. It seems like it's still strong enough within whatever is holding it up there that you
Gotcha.
can't just give it a little tug and pull it. But you've lassoed it. You have lassoed
Okay.
a floating orb in a pyramid floating above a giant stone scorpion. Man, this game is fun. Okay. It is now the villain's turn, and you hear sounds of fighting happening. Like it seems like they're like jumping all over this pyramid. You hear "Take that," and "Get him, Doctor Mobius," and like all sorts of screaming and action. It seems like they're still going at it. And they have a setback. The villains have a setback, and this is what I'm going to say the setback is. You hear what sounds like a very impactful, like classic bonk or bop or Batman comic book style kind of poof or what whap. Yeah, and it's
Whap.
dealer's choice. One of those particularly loud things comes out, and you hear, "Yeah!" And then you can see Wuhan falls, stumbles, rolls backwards, and another one of those kind of pillars or doors opens up, and he goes rolling through it, just like the one Salvo came out of, and then it closes shut. So Wuhan is now out of the fight. He is gone, but our giant stone scorpion is still very much in the fight. He is going to turn to Beck Matsumoto, and he is going to attempt to bite her with his rock teeth. Yeah. His mouth unhinges and becomes like he's got super sharp, terrible looking teeth. Does a 15 hit your melee? Yes. Yeah, you have a melee weapon. Does it hit your melee defense?
Muted. No, I'm not. It does not.
What?
It does.
It does or doesn't?
No.
It does not. 15 does not hit your defense. Okay. I'm going to spend a possibility. Does a 19?
It does.
Okay. You take 21. No, wait. What's your toughness?
My toughness is 10.
10. Okay. You take 11 damage, which is 2 wounds for shock.
I will spend the possibility to negate that.
Yes. This is our first soak. I love it. Okay. So
Soak.
you roll reality, and let me pull up real fast the values for that. So your DN is 10. Your base DN is 10 is what you're looking to hit.
Okay. It's reality score. All right.
Yeah, just roll reality. 15. So with a 15, you can absorb 2 wounds and all shock, and that'll do it. You take no damage on this turn. Be sure to mark off that possibility. And that is the end of the villain's that's the end of the villain's turn.
I'm going to go ahead and play that card.
Oh, and now you're playing the card. Yeah. What's it called again?
Seize the initiative. So
Seize
so
the
we can
initiative.
continue taking it to them.
Oh, yeah. You continue taking it to them. All right. So we're sticking with the same drama card, which means that once again, it is the hero's turn and the villains will suffer another setback on their turn. Oh, also, anyone that attacked, gains a destiny card.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's just Beck. Yeah, right.
Yep.
Right. What was the other? Was it maneuver?
It was
again?
attack and maneuver.
But I didn't really maneuver. I stealth, so
No,
that makes sense,
yeah. Okay, so who would like to go first? You have 2 pillars that are standing. You have a lassoed floating orb going on. You have lots happening right now.
So Cypress wraps the rope around one arm, pulls out like this little book that you briefly see that says cowboy sayings, and looks at it, puts it back in. Salvo, I'm barking at a knot here. Help me out.
Do you know what that means, Salvo?
Salvo is confused, but he's still going to comply.
Okay.
Okay. So what Salvo's going to do here is he's going to do a thing he used to do as a kid. He had a rope swing when he was a kid. He broke his arm on it, so his mom took it away, and he never forgave her for that. And he's going to go and try to take that rope and kind of run up one of the walls and knock over one of the pillars, while also he's going to try to basically 2 birds with 1 stone. And you can put a penalty on that however you want, but try to use his strength and momentum to yank the sphere down while also kind of running along a wall and kicking a pillar over.
I will put a penalty on that. I will count this as a multi-action. So you're doing a strength check to pull, or you're doing 2 strength check essentially. 1 to pull the lassoed orb towards you, another one to knock over the pillar. So you will take a -4, and then is it 1 check or 2, Shauna? Do you remember? For multi-action, did we go over this last week?
It's 1 for each, right?
It's one for
It is
minus,
one-
it's -2 for each.
Yeah, it's
-2 for
minus
each.
two. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Perfect.
Okay.
Uh,
Multi-action.
what would be first then? So I'm going to try to run up and kick the pillar over first. And in
Okay.
the act of kicking the pillar, I'm going to push
Mhm.
off of it to pull the sphere down.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So straight up strength roll
Yes.
for the
These
first
will both
one.
be strength rolls.
All right.
17.
So that's a
Okay, so that's definitely a success. And by knocking the pillar down, once again, the orb starts to go even more loco. It starts to bounce around a little bit more, and you can feel in your hand the resistance lessens a little bit. It will be a DN 12 to pull it towards you and
Okay.
pull it.
And I want
into your
to be above
hands.
board since that was at a -2, so it was a 15, not a 17.
That's still okay. That's
Okay,
still enough.
cool.
Yeah.
And then for the second one, to yank the sphere down. As
You can
hard
put
as can.
-2 in your modifier.
Oh yeah,
thing.
that's true. Where are negatives? Why aren't you filling in? There we go. -2. So that's an 11. But I'm gonna use a possibility here.
That's a good idea because you need a 12. So
Input value, submit. Last roll was a 15.
bam.
So that's a
that is 100% a success. You yank, you give a big pull on the orb. It comes floating. There's a pop as the orb part of it disappears and the cape comes flying right towards you. And as that pop goes off, you hear a rumbling coming throughout all of the pyramid. And the stone scorpion just like basically falls apart in front of all of you. Like its arms and legs kind of just slosh off and it crumbles to the ground. And you hear Doctor Mobius go, "No!" And the shroud goes, "Heroes, get out of here!" And then
Thanks,
door
Shroud.
opens. I don't appreciate that, he says. And a door opens up in the side of the pyramid, and it seems like a clear way out. Let's have everybody make a dexterity check to get out and not take damage from the falling pyramid.
You
All
This
right.
is an easy one. DN 12. You're all pretty speedy fellows.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wow,
no,
this
I'm
is an
not.
easy one. Rudy says -1
okay,
is what
I'm
Dot rolled.
going to play a card.
Okay.
It's my draw. This one, right? Yeah,
Oh my
I can
goodness.
spin this card as a possibility.
Okay, so that won't take from your possibility pool, and you can do a possibility on top of that as well, I believe, right?
Right. So we'll start with my really bad one.
Okay.
which-
Amber and Shauna also failed.
Yep. I
Gosh.
I can possibility it.
So
Okay,
yeah.
what did I
okay.
need?
You
I know.
needed a 12. So
Possibility.
so okay. You don't have to roll, Shauna, and Dot. If you want to play a possibility, you don't have to roll again. You'll automatically succeed. But
Okay,
Amber,
yes.
yeah,
I
you
need
a
currently have a
possibility.
6. So you're looking for 6 more. Otherwise, you might get bonked by a falling rock.
Which okay. Last roll 11. What did I go? It didn't go through. What the heck?
I think we might be having some roll 20 issues today.
Yeah, I ended up refreshing.
There it is.
Oh,
Yeah, perfect.
14 is plenty.
I break my mosey.
The door opens. There's a tunnel. You all run through it. It seems like outside the base camp of the minions of the Nile Empire, they're kind of like running around all confused. And you see Ice Cold is still there. He's trying to like coordinate some sort of like exit plan. And everybody, you're able to retreat to your Jeep. But Salvo, as you look back, you see Ice Cold has kind of gotten his bearings and he sees you running away from him, and you make eye contact and he points at you and you point back at him, and then he makes a fist at you, and then you all escape from the Nile Empire. You make 2 fists back at him. He makes 2 fists back at you.
Too
Oh,
bad
and
we-
you
too
make
bad-
it.
Just doing that one guy from
This goes on
Bloodsport.
for a while.
I was gonna say, too bad you don't have the mage hand once
Oh,
again,
yeah.
because
Oh,
a third mage hand fist.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty
I
impressive.
punched him at range with.
You see his two fists. He's got his brass knuckles, and you see like a surge of electricity go between the two brass knuckles, and it spells out, "I'm gonna kick your ass," in the like sparky electricity going between it.
Flick's like, that's really impressive.
It'll just look fancier when he gets his ass kicked the next time.
Right.
All right. Congratulations. That is the end of the act. You have defeated the Nile Empire, Doctor Mobius, and Wuhan, and now you have the cape. Let's talk about the cape. The cape. And when you get back to the USS Ronald Reagan, current president, and Quinn Sebastian is waiting for you in his office. Good job, heroes. That cape, you earned it this time. I'm not going to take it away from you, even though it would look great with my mage hand. Like, I could use the mage hand to have it flapping in the wind at all times. That'd be pretty sweet. Our boys in tech did some research on it. If you are wearing this, you may get 1 up per scene on a melee attack. Now remember, an up is basically a free possibility point that doesn't cost you anything.
Oh. Well, that's definitely not for Flick.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Is that only melee or is that unarmed as well?
Only melee.
Ugh.
Sounds to me like our baseball wielding friend here.
We have the
Baseball bat friend. What they don't
And
know
Salvo
is we're
looks
actually you're
Wait,
turning
what did I
back.
just say? I'm sorry. I said unarmed, right?
No, I thought you
Said
said melee.
melee.
Oh, I'm
Melee.
dumb. I'm sorry. I meant unarmed. Unarmed.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Yeah,
unarmed
it's like-
is what I meant.
There
I'm
you
sorry.
go.
Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Unarmed, not melee. Unarmed.
I
Only
was about to say
unarmed.
we're turning back into
Like a
Thanos.
monster.
Yeah.
You know who's going to wear the armor?
Unarmed. Okay, yeah. Sorry. My bad. My bad.
Just like, yeah.
Well, in that case, yeah, Salvo just takes the cape and like whips it around. And
As you put it on,
Mhm.
it was normally just blue.
Yeah.
Mm.
It becomes red, white, and blue.
Oh, yeah.
Like the
now
second he
kind of-
touched it.
The second it wraps around your neck and you tie it on, it becomes an
knows.
American flag cape.
It looks like I'm going to be adding to the costume next week.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Add up another flag.
Oh, I look forward to this.
You can feel like you have the ability to make it shorter or longer, like less obtrusive, so you don't always look like a crazy person with a cape on. But maybe you want to look like
Full
a. I
cape,
mean,
full-
listen,
full
capes
billow.
are awesome. I didn't mean to imply that if you wear a cape, you're a crazy person. But if you wear an American flag cape in the middle of, well, no, it's fine. You can do whatever you
No,
want.
no,
all right?
what he's going to do is turn it into one of those like Game of Thrones, like off the shoulder around the
Oh,
side, like
sure.
half capes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a half cape, so it always kind
Very
of looks like it's
fashionable.
flowing.
So you can
Yeah.
at least always see
You'll
one
have-
one armful of muscle.
Yeah.
It's more like a Shazam cape.
Mhm. Yes.
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 You could get
Yes.
an
I know what I'm
American
talking
eagle
about.
pendant to hold it.
Mhm.
Oh, like
Mhm.
a big
Tiny
Oh.
flags. Just two
Or
tiny
just
flags.
2 tiny flags.
Very, very cool. Also, everybody gets 5 XP
Ooh.
for completing another
Ooh.
act.
Ah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Please
level?
be sure to next session we're going to talk about the advancement everybody has made with their
Okay,
XP.
cool. Cool.
So you got 5 last time
Mhm.
and 5 again, so you should have 10 total.
Yep.
Okay, and once again, like I said, you're in Quinn Sebastian's office, and he says, "Well, things have changed. You need to go to Isle now. We just received a message. As we said, initially, all you would have had to do is bring Sir Reginald, who is standing there. He's currently reading Pride and Prejudice. He finished,
Still?
I think, or Sense and Sensibility. He finished one of them. He's on to the next one. And he's just going through the whole Jane Austen catalog. And he's like, yes, so I received a message by Raven, and I have heard that no longer, it has been too long, there is now going to be an auction for the artifact within the members of our society. And there will be a number of bidders on it, so if you wish to have it, you must strike a deal with one of them, or perhaps bid on it yourself. No, wait, never mind. You can't do that. Only invited people are allowed to bid on it, and you are not invited. So you will have to make a deal with the winner, I suppose, if you wish to have it, or something of that sort. And question. Question says. I'm pointing.
I don't know if this might be a Dot question.
Okay.
Invitations, you say?
I do.
How could one potentially forge said invitations? Are names kept on a digital list, or is this like a handwritten vacation?
It is. Yeah? So you have to bring letters of repute that show your personal family history and that you are worthy of bidding on such an artifact, such a special item. Therefore, you will have to have a Long Islander lineage, or you might have to forge an Islander lineage. It would only be able, you would have to be a native Islander to even be considered. Like, we'll be able to tell instantly if you're not one. But if you are one, then perhaps there's a way to forge such an invitation.
Can we group huddle again? Because that's what we do in front of him.
We're on the same team. We're all on the same team here. There's no reason to group huddle. I'll say it again.
I group huddle and Flick pulls down her goggles and she looks at Cypress and she's like, I don't mean to assume anything. But what's say the likelihood that you have such documents?
I would say they're very high.
You get a +3?
So Amber, we haven't talked much about background.
Yeah, we have not.
I did specifically ask you if you were from a house, and you went no.
Yeah, I said no.
I feel a flashback. This is flashback.
Okay, sure.
Okay, sure.
Before you were a cowboy, let's flash back. Maybe you're an apprentice wizard in this specific house, we'll say.
Okay. Sure.
How about that? Lord Ultium. This is the house of Ultium.
Mm-hmm.
And you are being told the proper way to do things.
Oh,
and it definitely doesn't involve using a rope tied up in a specific way.
No. Yeah, so I think Cypress is like flashback is like him young, maybe like mid-tween, whatever, and is being taught how to do proper magic. But most of the time, you see him scribbling in his spell books, like cactus and cowboys and horses and just like that kind of stuff. So yeah.
So there's one particular class where you and the teacher are really going at it, and it ends with you either being dismissed or just like knocking something over and running out. And you're in the stables kind of being frustrated and just kind of fuming, Kevin Bacon dance style. You're not dancing though. And
maybe I am.
A man kind of flows out of the shadows and he hands you a book. And it is that old classic Western tale that everybody knows called High Noon. Yep. High Noon. And he says,
Classic.
You might want to look at this. And then he floats kind of back into the shadows and disappears.
Oh, man. Wow. Yeah, I open it. It starts going through it. Is just completely fascinated. So if there's no NPC for me to interact with here, he just goes back into the shadows.
No, he's just gone before you even notice him. And as I won't say that yet.
Okay.
Something happens. Okay, well, you'll remember something else later on. Okay. So, you are definitely you have your family didn't come from like the lower class. Your family wasn't from a noble class, but you were definitely someone, and you can track back your lineage. So with some help, forging papers would not be difficult to do. It would not be too difficult.
Okay.
I will say DN 14. We can go scholar. We can go science. Flick, if you can think of a neat way to use that. If anyone has any other ideas for skills, let me hear them. I'm open.
For forging the documents, you say?
For forging documents that give Cypress in particular, like letters of repute in family history, showing that he is someone worthy of bidding on this special item.
Oh, jeez. Is there? There's no assist in Torg, really?
There is. I have to look up the rule. So I think it depends on the amount of people assisting.
Okay.
It gives a bonus to.
I think
kind
it's
of like
plus one per person.
No, I think it scales. Whoa! Everyone's typing real fast.
Okay. I don't. If I use computers for this, like real computers, that would be a killer roll. But I can't figure out a way to use a computer to.
You can take my handwriting that I write out because I used to do tons of spell writing and everything. Scan that, make a font.
Make a font. You can make a
Oh,
font.
this is so 90s. I love it. This is
Yeah.
just
Do
so
hacking
good.
montage.
Yeah,
Do-
yeah.
Okay.
How would you like me to? Yeah, yes. There's got to be a hacker's montage where I break out an extra large computer from my very small bag.
And
And,
it's
like-
the Morant printer as it goes through.
Yes.
As it's printing, the desk leg breaks, and Salvo has to like sit there and hold it for the entire printing.
3 hours later, your arm is really tired.
Okay, so computers, is that what you would like for that to
Sure.
help out?
Yeah, computers
Okay.
to kind of
Okay. That was just a
Combined
bad
actions.
roll. That was just a bad roll.
What
that
is
was
it?
y'all. That roll was a 6. Even though I rolled
even with your bonus, it becomes a 9 because you get a -4.
right -4 to it, so a 9. I will use another possibility.
Okay, DN12. This isn't too difficult,
Um,
but again, like
My roll
making
was
sure everything is
6.
exact to the way
Yep.
Cypress has asked.
Okay, 16. That
There
was
you
good.
go.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So you're able to forge some papers that look very. I mean, Cypress. It looks incredibly legitimate.
Wow.
Like there's even kind of like smudges in the ink, so it doesn't look too exact, too computery to it.
Do we burn the edges for extra authenticity?
Sure, yeah. You do the whole thing. You put it
Yeah.
in some tea for a while, and you burn the
This is
edges and
so
kind of
good.
dirty it up a little.
Rub some dirt on there.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the best.
I used to do
best
this for my
in-person
middle
session.
school science
Yeah.
projects. Yeah.
It looks
Oh.
legit. And so Sir Reginald Farthing, who is our like I said, he's our contact in Isle, says we'll meet my squire at the edge of the land, and then we'll travel to Lord Otium's estate, where I believe there'll be a gala in which the bidding will be done. It is
A what?
gala.
He means a hoedown.
I do not.
Oh.
I very much do
Not
not.
a hoot
All right,
nanny?
yep.
Nope.
Yeah.
Neither of those.
A shindig.
Gala.
Throwdown.
Gala.
Shindig.
Gala.
Potty.
Nope.
Gala.
Well,
Dilshaw.
you said party. Yes, I suppose party is fair.
Is it a special kind of party?
Special kind of party? Okay, we'll call it that. Special kind of party.
I have
yes.
a question.
Will there be
Let's just
alcohol?
always say it at the end.
Question.
What makes it special?
It's for very rich people.
That doesn't make it special.
They certainly think it does.
Flick whispers under her breath. I kind of look at all of us. I imagine we're not dressed.
I was going to say, there is a dress code, and he looks specifically at Salvo.
Gala bills. Oh, thank you, Grant Ellis, for the Gala bills.
Oh, that was
That was
brilliant.
me. That was
Oh,
me.
was it? I'm sorry. I can't read with my glasses off. I apologize.
Yeah.
So we
I'm not.
can talk
I'm not sure what you
then.
mean.
I
Salvo's dressed for all occasions.
Can I
Haven't
wear
had
my
any
glove?
problems so far.
We'll,
This is
we'll talk once we land in Isle about clothing choices, because I don't want you to wear something that might not work
He
there.
looks so fancy in the cape.
look at it, regal.
Capes are
Regal.
in at the moment. There's no question about that. The headband, the sunglasses. Well, sunglasses can be very fetching, but we'll talk later about
This
what we're
guy.
wearing at
Oh,
the
please.
party. Now then, shall we make our exit? Time is of the essence.
I guess let's get our wiggle on.
Get-
Yes, let us wiggle on, he says. Okay, so let's
Uh,
let's first off, everybody draw your cards for your Destiny deck back up to 4.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna use this to recall all the cards,
Okay.
Yeah.
redeal some out, or you can
Cool.
grab them yourselves.
Yeah,
That
That
way
sounds good.
we
Good.
don't run
How do we
out
get rid?
again.
Okay.
So
I
if you
see what
click
you're
on the
saying.
Destiny
There we
deck,
go.
and you
Okay.
choose,
There
I
we
think you
go.
can deal it to yourself.
Draw
Okay.
4 cards.
Draw 4
Four
cards.
cards.
And let's talk a little bit about Isle and the specific laws of Isle.
Yes,
because
please.
as we say, every time you go to a different cosm, things are
Oh,
different.
jeez.
So Isle is a land of magic. Like that is its one like really neat aspect. Yes, it is kind of your classic high fantasy, but the more important thing is that like everything is magical. So for example, one of the laws of Isle is the law of magic, which means spellcasters may incur shock to gain a bonus on any magic skill test up to his or her number of adds in the skill. So this is specifically relevant to Cypress.
Mhm.
When you made your character, you gave yourself bonus adds to apportation, right?
I think so, yes.
I think it's 3 or 4.
Let me look. Pull up my character sheet.
Please do.
So adds and apportation, alteration, and conjuration all have 3.
3. So if you want, you can take 3 shock and then give yourself a +3 bonus. Plus 1 shock, 2, you up to 3 shock.
Okay.
So that's pretty dope.
To get
Also,
bonus.
we have the law of light and darkness, which is kind of a grander scheme of things. Like bad guys are bad, good guys are good for the most part. But then there's kind of some gray things going on here as well.
Gandalf.
Can't
Yes.
like light doesn't necessarily so it's there's a constant battle between lightness and darkness, and there's kind of people stuck in between, and you kind of have to choose your side. There's also, and this is I think one of the coolest things, the law of enchantment. So if you roll a 60 plus on any test in a stressful situation, the magic of Isle spontaneously enchants one of your items.
Oh.
So there's a chart, you automatically get a special bonus for that item. So
Is it like a random item or just you pick an item and enchant?
It's spontaneously enchants one of your items.
Wow.
So it must fit within the tech axiom though. And we'll go over that in a little sec in a bit.
Oh.
And you roll on, you can choose to just give it a bonus, or you can roll on the super fun magic treasure table that Isle has.
That's
and
very
let the
cool.
magic take a different form.
So y'all, how do we get to 60 plus on a roll?
Yeah, well, could happen.
I have a card that gives a +3. By the way, at this point, we can like switch out one of our cards if we don't.
Yes,
like it.
so you can
Oh,
nice. Discard one card from what you currently have.
I'm gonna get rid of that martyr card.
Oh yeah, martyr card would make it in the last one, but
Okay.
not so relevant now.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go over the axioms of Isle. Magic is at 24, which means magic is a floating. Magic's everywhere, baby. So that's important. Social is a 16. This is like, I made this comparison before. I'll do it in Game of Thrones, kind of intrigue, kind of like social social maneuvering kind of a thing, betrayal, backstabbing, all that good stuff. There's Ultium, like houses. Again, there's houses, and they're all striving to be stronger within the world. Spirit is an 18. Like you can kind of get power from the gods and things like that. In addition, like there's divine power floating around. And then tech is 14, which is kind of like your, again, medieval kind of style society. I think we're at trebuchets. Like that is the pinnacle of warfare. Siege warfares is trebuchets. Okay. So we also get to draw our Cosm cards. Sir Farthing, that's his name, Reginald Farthing. Yeah. He knows an entrance that goes around the Gospog, so you don't have to worry about those. He says his squire is waiting for him, so you'll meet him there. And as you take your boat on and you pass through that kind of magical wall, we get to draw all of our Cosm cards for Isle. So, what do we got? Everybody draw one. Some may be play now, some might not. They should be up on the screen. You should see them on the right on the bottom.
Oh, they are.
Yeah. So draw it and then put it on the table, and then let's read them aloud. My screen keeps making me green because that's what we use for background.
We're looking for the Isle deck, yeah.
Yeah, so it's the bottommost one in roll 20.
Yes. Okay.
I have put a card out there.
Let's big in it, please. Embiggen those cards,
I have
if you
no
would.
idea how to embiggen. I didn't take that spell.
Wait. Oh.
I'm embiggening for all.
Oh, wait. Mine went away. Who moved mine?
Is it behind mine?
One did get away. Shawnee, you took a drama card, it looks like. Shawnee, you're stealing the drama cards.
Okay, well, I'm going to draw another one because I don't know what happened
Sure,
to the
no
last
worries.
one I
The wrong
drew.
one.
Oh, wait. Here it is.
Nope.
Can you get rid of you?
Maybe this is it. The best defense, is that it?
No, I don't think that's it.
Okay,
Get
then
rid
let
of
me
you. How
just
do you get-
draw a fresh one. Boom.
There we go.
Boom.
Trying to get rid of that one. All right, there we go. There's mine. There's the
Okay.
mana surge. Just get rid of that. There
I'll
we go.
pull these up.
that one down there for-
And so let's go from left to right. Is this yours first, Shauna?
Mana surge? Yes.
Mana Surge. All right, let's read it aloud.
All right, Mana Surge. Magical energies are abundant, perhaps due to delay lines, an
Ooh.
astral conjunction, or a vortex of power. Magical skills become favored for the next 3 rounds.
Oh, man. So that's, you play that when you want. And favored, of course, means... you can discard and roll again. You have to accept the new result. But if you roll poorly, you discard and roll again.
Okay.
Next up, courtly intrigue. Ooh. Whose card is that? Read that one aloud.
It's mine. The party is a target of a nasty rumor.
Ooh.
Non-player characters react negatively and are outright hostile, and persuasion rolls suffer a -4 penalty until the group plays a glory card or otherwise dispels these rumors.
Does anyone...
All
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, all Storm Knights gain 2 possibilities.
Okay. So that's one where I don't know if you play... I guess you play that, yeah.
I'm
that's
sure
not
that
one
yeah,
I
it just
make happen.
is. Yeah, it just is. I think it's.
So I don't know if you play it or it just is. We can say it just is if you want. That'd be more
I
fun,
mean-
certainly, for Rudy.
I'm always down for more fun. Like,
Yay!
Bring on the
more fun.
drama.
Okay,
Yep.
so you'll play that card. So everybody gain your
I'll play it.
possibilities.
Okay.
So reminder, the glory card is that destiny card where it's like on a 60 plus.
Yes, I just
Roll.
got rid of one because I'm a goober.
You got rid of one. Okay.
I just got rid of one.
I mean, you can redraw that if you want. I won't. It'll be okay. It's okay. I don't think you knew.
I
We
was
would
gonna
have
say-
drawn this stuff simultaneously, I think.
I
No.
like my other card.
Okay,
better.
that's fine too. No worries.
I like my other card better.
All right. Moving on. What's this? What do we have? Ooh.
Face me. Play on a reality-related foe. His attacks against your character are favored for the rest of the scene. Gain possibilities equal to his remaining wounds.
Oh my!
So that's pretty beefy right there.
So reality rated is a person who isn't immediately affected by like the cosms changing things. So you couldn't play this on the Tavern Keeper. You could play it on someone who's got an M16. You know what I mean?
Or on ice cold, if he were to show up.
Maybe if Ice Cold shows up. And then lastly,
Yep.
go ahead and read that, Amber. What do we have?
I've got Finders Keepers. Play on a reality-rated foe at the beginning of a combat. The foe is armed with a random item from Magic Treasure Table. See Torg Eternity. All Storm Knights gain 1 possibility.
Cool.
All right. I'm gonna zoom in on that one. Let me get a better look at that.
Yeah.
So again,
Like
that's reality rated
spoilers.
foe.
So if that, again, I give Ice Cold.
You can give that. That seems helpful. That's a big risk reward one.
Yeah.
These all seem like yes is good.
Yeah. Oh, I mean that's why I love this game. The risk reward aspect of these cosm cards. It's pretty neat. So courtly intrigue, we're saying is in play.
Mhm.
Everyone gets a -4 on persuasion. Please write that down in your notes because
That's
we
fine.
may forget.
I'm trying to pass myself off as a fan. Oh no.
Yeah.
How much is this? Oh no.
Oh no.
That's all right. It's all right. You don't necessarily have to be the one bidding on it, remember. And
Oh,
we'll get into your budget when the time comes. We'll maybe roll some dice as to how much old Quinn Sebastian can give you to make your winning bids if need be. But you arrive in England in near Liverpool. I think it was in Liverpool, the equivalent of Liverpool, what was Liverpool, so northern England. And the squire is waiting for you. He's on a horse. He waves. He goes, "Hello, my lords, my ladies, my friends. Please join us."
Howdy.
Ah,
Oh, shit.
very good, he says.
I believe it's howdy in the local parlance, is it not? That's
Sure.
what Salvo was told.
She'll give a smile at Cypress like, yeah.
All right. Group huddle. Group huddle.
Group huddle.
Go. We gotta acknowledge the corn here.
You got corn?
No, it's a saying.
Yes.
I'm allergic to corn.
I don't really talk like that. Like the cowboy thing is just something
Ah!
I'm interested in.
Inspiration. Oh no, not inspiration.
Nobody-
Possibility point for Amber.
Nobody here talks how I talk out and when I'm doing our jobs and stuff. Here, it's a whole other thing. You got to pass. You got to talk more regal, more defined, dignified.
But
Yeah.
but I practiced. They said practice aisle, and I practiced this. Howdy.
Oh, wait, I remember this from school. Yield.
Yeehaw.
Ye old, yes, we put e's
Yield.
after a lot of things. Anyway, so I'm gonna try and blend. We should try to blend in more. In fact, I'm going to put on my
New
owl
hat!
hat.
New hat.
New hat.
Oh no.
Welcome to Isle, y'all.
Salvo is flabbergasted.
Yeah, I
He
think
takes
Beck
off
is
his
just
sunglasses
confused.
for the first time that you've ever seen, and you actually see his eyes, and he's like, "I commend you for your commitment to the performance. It's something that most people don't understand."
Thank you.
The hamster on the wheel
Like
in
you-
Beck's brain just is stopped and is just looking around.
I have a question.
Yes, Flick.
Why?
Cowboys are just so free, you know? There's so much structure here in Isle, so many rules and how you should behave. Cowboys don't have to worry about that.
In Isle or in general? Because I know they might sometimes have to. It's fine. I like your hat.
Thank you. Yeah, I look
She also, I imagine, so the technology has stayed. Like my
So
tech is still
your glove
tech-
is special. Remember, your glove
right,
is
the
special.
glove is special, but my
If you-
goggles,
So if you roll a mishap, everything's going to change.
great.
My God.
But I still stand out like a sore thumb, no doubt.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Do you have another hat?
If you want, we can flash back to changing clothing now. If you want.
Oh, that's. No, I imagine there's now a montage.
Yes.
Oh, sure. The montage was
go
going to be
shop.
at the castle, but
Oh,
you might have
okay.
to-
Well, what 80s movie doesn't have two montages?
At the very least.
You're getting your aisle everyday wear. That's
Yeah.
where you'll get your aisle formal
Mhm.
wear. Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
Fix me, Cypress.
Oh,
Make
you want
me
me to?
blend.
Okay.
I
Well,
can't even say it straight face.
we got to get everybody cloaks. That's what everybody in Isle wears.
Cloaks are
And then you don't have to
good.
really change. You don't have
Oh,
to really
nice.
change.
Yeah,
So
Sure.
we'll get
yeah,
you some
yeah.
cloaks.
Cloaks.
Squire will get us some cloaks.
Shauna's got a cloak.
Hi, Jonathan.
I didn't even. That just like appeared. I
Yeah,
didn't even notice you put that on.
Salvo already has a cloak, so he takes his American Gladiator shirt, turns it inside out so it's just blue, and then he's like, "I got a helmet."
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
It's like yep.
Yep.
I approve.
Okay. Flick runs in to change clothes. My turn.
Okay.
We have to. This
Now I
is the
feel
montage
overdressed.
scene of like going into stores, trying on different cloaks, the squires trying.
Yeah. And
Regular.
Sir Farthing is with you as well, and he's yes. Yes. He's very into it.
Damn it.
He likes this. He enjoys this kind of thing. He's dressed like in full harness, like full armor gear. Like he is like a metal band kind of style. Like he's fully knightly attired on the boat. And you can see like a kind of anxiousness to him. Like he's pumped and excited to be back in his homeland. And you also see he's wearing, he's got like a knapsack with a bunch of awesome books in it. Okay. Great. Everybody looks great.
Wait. Flickwood still have her goggles on.
Oh yeah.
How do I look?
Goggles are the
Wonderful.
only thing that keeps the color key from happening.
Yeah. A lot of glasses. So Salvo without glasses for once. Everyone else rocking the glasses. I love it. Okay, yeah. So you arrive by boat. The squire is waiting for you. Again, he waves at you. Oh, you all look wonderful. My name is Squire Vegas the Swift. My understanding is that Vegas means something else to your world. It's an unfortunate name. I just have to live with it. Here, it's perfectly normal. It's like Dan in your world. A lot of Vegases. It's all very confusing for us. Anyway, I am going to lead you back to Lord Ultium's home. Hooray! And while we're going, I shall explain to you some of the lords and ladies and other nobles that will be bidding on these items. And Sir Reginald goes, yes. Sir Vegas, Squire Vegas, excuse me, someday Sir Vegas, is a bit of a gossiper. He's into the hot goss, as we say. Very good thing for a squire to have. So he certainly knows about these people. And Vegas says, yes, I do. And we definitely sound the same. No one has to do any more accents because we sound exactly the same.
Oi! I just worked on mine.
If you do it, I'll give you 5 possibility points at the end of the act.
The entire time.
Is that a challenge?
Yes.
Well, buckle up.
I'm beginning to regret my challenge. But the challenge has been laid down.
I think as soon as the word about this, I'm going to tell you about the Lord's Only. Beck just puts the eyes and just stands like this. Just no one notices that she is like closed her eyes as taking a nap.
Yeah, there's a bunch of horses waiting for you. If you want, you can kind of lean back in the saddle and sleep while riding while the goss is dealt. He says, yes, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bidders currently. They are the Lord This is Vegas. They are Lord Albert Ultium himself, who is the head of the household. Truth be told, Lord Ultium isn't really into the whole being a nobleman thing. He kind of likes the perks of being a noble. Chances are good he'll be at the buffet most of the time. Like, it is a whole big gala. There's plenty of food. He's going to be chasing down like waiters who have like the fanciest kind of hors d'oeuvres. He's not really the head of the household. His wife, Lady Margaret, is the real like matriarch of the family. But he's the one that is currently he is the one making the bids today. Lady Margaret is not making the bids. So that's his thing. We also have a man we don't know much about named Darthaniel. He came, he had the letters of repute. He had a long lineage that our court mages and our court historians checked out. It all came back legitimate. He paid in like an ancient gold for everything. Like he paid, it was like an offering to the house, and as a result they put him up in one of the nicest guest rooms in there. He's been very respectful, but he has been keeping to himself ever since arriving. If anyone has questions, please ask them at any point. I'm more than happy to continue the goss.
Righto, governor.
Oh,
I've
boy.
got a question.
Yes.
These here gold doubloons that he brought in,
We call them
You
coins.
don't happen to have one, do yous?
I do, he said. Oh, let's roll a die. Let's say one is yes, two is no. I don't, unfortunately. Yeah, he's been paying directly to like the treasurer and the court nobles, not to me, so I wasn't able to get my hands on them. They look pretty neat though. Also, cheerio right back at you.
Well, those are like original Orlando doubloons, right?
Oh
No.
man, you don't get a possibility point for that.
I don't know. That was pretty.
I want to take one away from you. Rudy, not a fan of the puns. All right, put that in your notes.
Oh, man.
Next up is Ulf, who is a representative from the Goblin Guild.
Ooh.
Now, goblins generally have been like annoying pests. They're kind of jerks. I mean, of course, it depends on the goblin. And these goblins don't want like that bad reputation of being annoying jerks anymore. So they've gotten together. They've kind of formed a guild. They're trying to reach out to different members of Isle society and really build their status as cool dudes. So he's come and he's brought a small like group of goblins with him, and he's been welcomed with open arms by Lord Ultium, and everyone seems kind of excited to have the goblins in the fold now and to be hopefully ally with them and use them for their
Okay. Huh.
social games or whatever you want to call it. Gossip. There are also three nobles from other houses that are kind of intertwined. Princess Odoria Fan, Prince Lentil Torth, and Sir Henry the Black. It's kind of weird because I've been keeping my ears to the ground. I know there's some love triangle thing going on here. All right. That's what I know about that. I don't know who's going for who or who hates who or what the deal is there. But yeah, I know that they're all looking for ways to impress one or both of the other people. So getting this crown, it's the crown you're after, by the way, would definitely
Right.
be an impressive thing.
Okay. Will you
Yes.
remind me of the first three names you gave us?
Yes. So Lord Albert Ultium, head of the House of Ultium. Darthaniel, the mysterious man. Ulf, the goblin.
Got it.
And then our new ones again are Princess Odoria Fan, Prince Lentil Tarth, and Sir Henry the Black. The next bidder is a wizard who calls himself the Starman, and he's a wizard of some repute. He's known for traveling between cosms, and you may recognize him from what I understand. And then Lady Michelle Lelthian is our last bidder. She is from the rival house of Ultium. Yes, exactly. And she likes nothing more than to embarrass Lord Albert, and even more so, embarrass Lord Margaret, which usually means embarrassing Lord Albert because Lady Margaret usually is embarrassed for him. So my guess is she wants to win the crown in some way that makes Albert look foolish or stupid. And then there is one more bidder, but I don't know anything about him. All we've received is the letters of repute, and he will be arriving the night of the gala, which is in tomorrow, or it's plot amount of days away. Any other questions? Yes.
I've got a query.
Oh. What be it?
Who would be most interested in such an item as this crown?
It's really a status thing with these people. Again, some people might buy it to impress somebody else. Having it within the Goblin Guild, like I could see them using it as a bargaining chip for like future relations. Like, hey, we'd be willing to trade this in exchange for social credit or what have you. The three love triangle, it's like an impressing other people kind of a thing.
So What's
really
I'm
up in the
hearing
air.
is, based on everybody's political status and the bumpins of uglies that's happening, we
Oh.
just need to make them think that there's another item that's more important than the crown.
That
And then they fight
Yeah.
over something else.
Yeah, the crown is just like a placeholder. It could be anything. It's just like the important item of the week kind of a deal. Like the next
So-
gala will also be featuring some fancy pants item. So
So we don't really bid much on the crown. We try to keep it low and we bid on some other piece of junks.
sure, the crown is the featured item of the auction. There are definitely other things that people could bid on or could exactly. There's multiple items. We'll
So
say
what we need to get
5.
the lovers quarrel fighting over one item, and then everybody else fighting over different items. Not the crown.
It's very, very easy to spread rumors. I think people hear
Like the crown's fake.
like the crown's fake, like there's something else that's on bid is worth something else or belong to somebody fancy. That's all they care about here.
Yeah.
Being fancy.
Being
We did
fancy.
something,
Salvo,
Mm.
correct me if I'm wrong, but you were good at the rumor milling back in the
Well-
old days.
Well,
Hey, wrestling politics are very much a thing. Backroom politics in professional
let me
wrestling.
tell you something. Let me tell you something. When it came to the talk between the mats back in my WWF days, I was there for a short time, but I learned a lot. This is what we need to do. We take your idea of the love triangle triplets, spread a rumor that each one is invested in one of the other items. Therefore, there's a greater chance of the rumor spreading, and they all bet on either of them. Doesn't matter. You just got to muddy the waters. That way they don't know who the heel is. But the fake
So-
crown idea, that's gold. I mean, I
Well-
assume the crown is gold, but you know.
I know based on my facade that it's not really believable, but I'm not good with people.
Well, Salvo looks over at his persuasion.
Yeah,
I'm excellent with people.
there's a reason why Cypress is a
Let
cowboy.
me see. I actually don't think none of us have the social skills to do this.
No.
No.
You're all at a -4 as well.
I have a 4.
Well, it's a good thing my accent's so very convincing because I'm good at tricking peoples.
Yeah.
I leave
That's
it.
all I'm good at.
Vegas, Fire Vegas says, yeah. Like I can tell. Okay.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
What you-
So okay. Remember, this is
We're so screwed.
a role-playing game.
Yeah.
No one needs to talk to everybody to win the encounter, okay?
No.
I had that in mind while I was making this. Like,
just
not
need to
everyone. Listen, let's get to the gala. Things will be happening. There'll be things happening.
I mean,
all
I'll
right?
try anything. I try to convince a guard that I was telling to go on break. So you know what? Let's just
That works.
We just need to be overheard saying these things. We don't need to be
Yes.
telling them specifically to people.
Ooh, yeah, we could just do like a little group huddles.
We're good at
Yeah,
those. We
right.
can't
Really
do those.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what if we each take one item and you know spruce it up, hype it up?
Do you mean like with our words or with like magic? Make it look
Yes.
cooler. Both?
Mhm.
Okay.
Whatever.
We could also do it where I could potentially make it so we look different. Like we could be like somebody can look like a curator. Somebody could be one of the brothers from the Antiques Roadshow. Look at
We
this
could always just do-
patina.
We can always.
We could always, yes, we could. That's a great idea, Sal. Just take it.
Go, yes, we could always just take it.
We could just
Let me tell
replace
you.
it with a fake.
here's the thing.
Oh my god! I have to
Salvo
craft a
could
fake-
definitely goad someone into a breach of decorum, which would then
dueling.
draw a lot of eyeballs.
Dueling is a very, very fancy,
Oh.
fun thing these people enjoy.
Okay.
When
Absolutely.
you say
Dueling-
dueling, what they do with guns?
No,
Swords?
no. Dueling, yeah, it's usually like first touch kind of a thing. It's a great pastime
Ooh.
of the noble class.
It's like proper rapier fighting.
Yes, exactly. Drawing, it's not about like killing your opponent or anything like that. It's
That's
usually
too bad.
Feats
Okay.
of
It
This is
can
good.
become killing your opponent if you offend someone enough. Like,
I
but
mean, it's a great plan, and I've got sticky fingers.
this is true. I've seen
You should
them.
wash your hands before dinner.
No,
Spud.
no, distinct. I'm. I'll
she
get the
likes
crowd.
stealing things.
Thank you! I shout to a man as we pass by. What he said!
Wait, he knows the plan. Do you want me to take care of him?
On your side, Vegas.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Okay.
Farthing says, "You are my guests. I did not expect you to kill my servants."
Well, sorry, he wasn't in the huddle, so
Oh, okay.
You know, if you just stick to your own huddle, you're so rude. Don't you have any manners?
You're my guest here, okay?
I paid for my
we
own.
don't have
hat.
guest rights to huddle.
We don't have
You
any.
You can huddle all you want.
We're here to protect you.
Don't
aren't we?
expect me to wait for the huddle if I have to keep moving.
Maybe
Huddle.
you're gonna want to wait for the huddle.
Hmm.
Mm.
Let's all stop saying huddle.
Huddle.
I think this is a good plan.
Okay.
A distraction, and then we just steal it, and then we blame it on someone else. Oh, that's what we set us up. We sets up the rumor that somebody else is real interested in it, but they don't cost the monies.
I really
Oh.
Money
love-
is that classic old English term.
What happened at the end of that sentence?
No, I ran out of words, and the last time you didn't like my doubloon, so
Oh, that's fair.
what monies is not old English. What do you call it?
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so I'm getting the beginnings of a plan. I think, are we ready to fast forward to our montage of trying on new clothes? What is everybody wearing? To
I
Gala?
just got it.
Yeah, I got.
I'm not
all-
saying you should change, but
thinking-
what was your fancy version of? What is your fancy aisle clothing?
Please put it back in a dress.
I
Sure,
choose-
dress is good.
Yeah,
Definitely.
He's not
you
going to be
wear
happy
dress.
with it.
Salvo finds a nice blue vest to put over his blue tank top.
Nice. It's like a shiny blue.
Yeah, but that's really it.
Mhm.
He-
What's
he
are you
shines
wearing
up his helmet.
pants or are you just wearing like those 80s style track shorts that are really short?
Yeah, no, he's wearing like 80s style Adidas track shorts, but
Okay,
instead
so
of like
they're
the
like
three, instead of the three
Upper
stripes, they're
thigh
like a red.
area.
Yeah, so, like,
length,
you're-
like they're really short.
This
Yeah,
is
but-
this is streaming attire. It's like fancy top, sweatpants on the bottom.
That's right.
But yeah, instead of the Adidas three stripes, it's like a red, white, and blue stripe. He had a special like a 1984 Olympics version of Adidas.
God, are these? Are these
Great,
like
great,
the
great.
training, like the warm up pants?
Uh-huh. Yeah, they're buttoned down. He can rip them off in a moment's notice.
Yeah.
So when you realize he's wearing like
That's
a
a
wrestling
distraction
onesie.
we
I'll say
actually
that
need.
if you do that at any point, you get a +1 on all maneuver
Please
rolls
rip your
because
pants
man,
off
you
at this
can
party.
move once those bottom halves are gone.
Oh, yeah.
Man. Okay.
Just wait.
Um,
Wait for the signal.
I think
Yo-
I choose like full on Salem witch trials, like witch attire. That doesn't
Cool.
actually look like hat witch. They may burn me at the stake tonight. I don't know.
Uh-huh. No, they like it. They like witch stuff. Nice. That
That's-
looks great.
I think
So,
Cypress is. All right,
are-
talk about my clothes.
Yeah, are we still going with the fake Cypress bit on things too,
Oh
or
yeah, good question.
the first of the many plans that have been thrown out?
Because we
I
just
mean,
had
we
to
did
get
the
her to get
spaghetti
in,
thing
right?
too. We just threw them all
We
in.
did.
Oh yeah,
We
yeah,
did.
yeah.
So
We did.
You got backup on backup.
One
plans
plan will
going on
work. One will go work.
So yeah, so Cypress is wearing. Sorry.
The expectation is that you gotta be fancy. You gotta be fancying it up.
Oh,
as
yeah.
as a noble, yeah.
So yeah, it's like a 3-piece suit, like very well fitted, probably crushed velvet, with like embroidering, Western embroidery around if I can
Yeah.
get that. And with pale light yellow and matching yellow hat.
Sure. They ask you if you want like a house, like on the breast, like you can have like a bubble
It's the
pocket.
bolo tie.
Oh, the bolo tie.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a cicada bolo tie, whatever that
Nice.
house sigil is.
Very cool. Yeah, you look very fetching indeed. Cool. And your shirt, it, like the velvet like kind of shimmers too at certain angles when people look at it. It's like a really cool fancy magic velvet. What is Beck wearing? Like not a dress or a dress?
A dress.
In like
As
not wild about it, right?
No, it's a very fancy dress.
Fancy dress, but
Mm-hmm. Someone
Doesn't love
convince
it.
her. It's like,
Yeah.
Well, we look great.
Yeah, some of us.
I can't.
Aw.
No, we all look wonderful.
I know. Don't tell Salvo that his pants are not period appropriate.
What's wrong with them?
They're fine. Everything's fine. I was referring
there's
to
nothing-
myself.
Oh, I thought you looked snazzy.
I absolutely hate this.
Would
This
you
is
like to wear my hat?
restricting? We change hats. We reach across the internet and swap
We-
hats.
we-
Ah!
See, there's something about the art.
Witchcraft.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all magics. Did you know?
The point that contains all the magic.
Yeah, this. Oh, it's all in the end.
It's on the hat.
It's
Yeah,
just
it's
the
on
tip.
the hat.
It's just a tip of that. This show has gotten out of control.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
Rudy,
y'all.
Rudy, take control.
No.
Okay.
There is no control in this game, okay? This is the game I wanted to run.
Okay.
Okay.
You know
So,
how I am,
um,
Rudy, with
yeah.
parties.
Your letters of repute go off, although you get snide looks from other people that are currently at the estate, and you feel like this is maybe due to the Cosm card that was played earlier. It definitely
Salutations, cheerio.
there's also other factors that may be contributing to this
Howdy.
the kind of looks you receive, as well as the kind of feeling that this is something outside of your control. Salvo, as you are walking down the hallway in your hat and other clothing, you see walking down, coming from the other direction, is Lord Ultium himself. And speaking with him is a man with a tattoo around his neck, speaking jovially with the Lord of the house. It is ice cold, and he looks at you and smiles and winks and tries to continue passing by you with Lord Ultium. He doesn't not trying to face off or attack you in any way is the point I'm getting at.
Well, fuck it. So after he throws the wink, Salvo gets a little confused, and I'm gonna play the romance card.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I got it.
It's obvious that Ice Cold feels differently about Salvo than he does about him. He keeps following him around everywhere, and after that wink, I'm just not sure anymore. So
Okay,
I'm gonna
okay.
play the romance card. I just dropped it out there.
Yeah, why don't you go
Enemies
ahead
to
and
lovers.
read this aloud.
This is
Play-
wonderful.
Play to encourage an amorous relationship between your character and the non-player character. Gain 3 possibility. You may spend possibility for this character. Yeah.
Okay, so he winks at you in what he thinks is a mocking gesture. And then you kind of look back and what do? Raise eyebrows? How do you react to this wink?
As he winks at me, you see me just reach out and grab it and then just tuck it in my shirt.
So he's kind of talking and walking with the Lord, and he sees you do that, and he just kind of like stops talking for a second and looks confused, and then like tries to hide a smile from you, And then, excuse me, my lord. What were we saying? Yes. My letters of repute. Yes. Well, it's actually surprising. And then they walk past you, and you can see him glance at you out of the corner of his eyes.
And I look away
they
shyly.
keep going. And
Well.
later on, Squire Vegas tells you that is the 9th bidder. Is that
Icy hot. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
icy? Ooh, hot. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So he is your romantic nemesis at the moment.
You're smitten.
Well, as we all know, love is a battlefield.
Love is
So.
a battlefield. The line between love and hate very thin. So cool. That's okay. Wow. Rudy needs to write some stuff down for the future.
That's so much fun. Okay. Are they all here? Do we account for everybody that of our list?
Yes, so everyone has arrived. There's plenty of going on during the day before the gala that's going to happen that evening. There's some games happening. There's some light sparring. There's maybe like a playful joust, nothing serious. Everyone's using blunted tip lances and not too dangerous. There's an afternoon feast, and there will be an evening feast. If anyone would like to do stuff beforehand, track down any of the bidders and talk to them or what have you, it's not difficult to find any of the particular people. They kind of all have these big groups around them. Oh my goodness. The romance names are just flying out here.
We are shipping.
Everything I say from now on is going to be like, okay, playful.
I think Salvold is my favorite so far.
Salvold.
So does anyone want to do anything to prep before the gala?
Salvo is going to go up to Ice Cold once he gets near the little playful joust ring.
Hold on, maybe Ice Cold keeps to himself. Let me roll a die. On a 1, he stays in his room. On a 2, he comes out.
Oh, he's too confused.
I think that
He
might
can't
be it.
eat. Can't even.
What did I say? On a 2, he comes out. All
His
right.
feelings.
He's at the buffet. He's at the feast. He's
eating his feelings.
He's eating with a group of men in their ye old black suits, we'll say. They're like they've still got that black suit aesthetic, but it's like, old timey style.
Mm-hmm.
So he's eating with a group of guys and girls, just eating away, guys and ladies.
Well, since I'm a fancy buyer, I'm going to go check out the merchandise.
Okay. Oh, the items themselves. Yes. Sure. So
I'm gonna go walk around the items and listen to people and smooze people
So there are 6 items total. 5 of them are laying out. They're in like covered glass boxes. And the 6th one, the crown itself, is actually behind like a gate on a pedestal, covered in a very thick looking glass box. So
is anybody looking at it? Is there anybody over there looking at it?
So there's actually a guard standing next to it. No one can go in. No one's allowed to go in and look at it. And there is a guard in the room with it.
It's kind of funny you got so far away, we can't even tell if it's fake or real.
The guard does not respond to you.
I'm going to keep talking to him.
Okay. Let's get a roll. We can roll something here.
No.
I can, if you want to, you tell me, Dot, what you want to do to try and to attract his attention.
Okay, I'm tricking him. I feel like.
Tricking him to get a reaction out of him. I'll accept. Yes, I will.
Yeah, I'm tricking him to get a reaction. Where did trick go? Oh, wait.
It's an interaction.
It's at the top. Yeah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay. This is actually kind of good for old Flick. An 18.
Oh, yeah. So he frowns at you and says, "No one's allowed back here."
He goes, "Well, since I'm an interested buyer, I got to know you got close to it, didn't you?" And I'm kind of talking a little too loud because I want other people to hear.
It's me job to be close to it. I was assigned this job. I earned it.
It was real shiny, wasn't it?
I mean, he can see it. Like,
But,
sorry.
you know, optical illusion and all that for all this glass, but you saw it with your own eyes. Real
I see
close,
it right now.
like.
Yeah, I've seen it. I put it underneath the glass. I did.
Did you know? And it was real shiny, wasn't it?
I mean, it's moderately shiny. It's pretty shiny.
Only moderately shiny, say
I
you.
mean, I'd say a 7 on a 1 to 10.
A 7 on a 1 to 10. You know, I heard that fake gold exists on the spectrum from 6 to 7. Could be fake from what I hears. Take it from a witch.
It's not me job to determine whether or not the gold is fake. It's me
No,
job to guard
you're
it.
right. I'm sorry. Did you say the gold was fake?
No, I didn't say that at all. You said it.
I'm just. Well, I appreciate you.
Hey, move along, all right? I've had enough time talking to you.
I'm an interested buyer.
Where's your letters?
Good evening, Governor. Blake like turns and just walks away.
He kind of like stamps his spear on the ground as kind of like a reminder that you're a professional. Do your job, all right?
Did anybody hear my really bad? I kind of made it hard for them not to hear me, regardless of whether they
whether people heard you. Yeah.
Yeah.
People heard you loudly arguing with the guards
about whether it was fake or not.
Oh yeah, some voices heard. Sure. Let me check a box here. Yeah, people heard the rumor that the item may or may not be fake. That the guard was questioning.
On a scale of 1 to 10, it's only a 7.
Yeah. 7 shiny.
7 shiny, not a 10.
Nice. Okay, so we'll say that was Flick's pre-gala scene. Everyone can have a pre-gala scene to prep if they would like, or they can just skip it. That's fine too. Salvo, that the wink off was free, so you can do something else if you want.
Salvo is gonna go up to ice cold.
Okay, yeah.
And-
they're kind of chattering, and when you approach, they all get quiet and look at you.
Seems to me that it's only appropriate to offer you a fair rematch, considering our past encounters, so
He
to
goes,
speak.
A 1-on-1.
Yeah, you could say that. And he kind of looks over at the little like fun jousting ring.
Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah.
If you think you can take me on, trust me, you're gonna have your hands full.
So it is on horseback. I don't know how your beast riding is there, Salvo.
It's all right. It's all right.
All right. He goes, what are the stakes?
Well, we'll just say that winner gets to decide what the stakes are.
Quite a bold offering,
Well,
but I'll take it.
like you always say, go big or go home.
How do you know I say that?
Well, we're of a sort, aren't we?
That we are. Mount up, he calls, and then one of the stable boys comes running out with a horse and brings it over to him. And he jumps on top and looks really, really at ease on top of the horse. Like, this is something he's done a long time.
Okay.
And someone hands him a lance. It's blunted, and he like waves it around, and his men all cheer for him, and he gets on his side of the starting line. Another stable boy brings a horse over to you. It's a pretty easygoing horse. You can tell that it's been trained for this kind of thing, and you don't have any particular difficulty getting on top of it. Yeah, is there anything in particular you want to do? You're handed you still have your joust. We can say you still have your jousting stick.
Yeah, screw
Oh
it.
my
I pull it out of my Acme pouch.
A court wizard comes over and says, "Sir, may I modify that for you to fit the rules of the joust?"
Oh, by all means. I just hope it doesn't make my opponent jealous.
Oh. He enjoys that. Yeah, he casts a spell and it becomes like a normal riding jousting lance.
Mm-hmm.
And cool, here we go. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do a beast riding check to give you bonuses or negatives. Okay. So we're gonna say a DN12 is what you're going for.
Okay.
And then an outstanding success or a good success on that will give you +2 to your melee attack, and an outstanding success will give you a +4. And the same is going to apply for him.
Okay.
So beast riding off between ice cold. So he rolled a 10. You rolled a 9.
I'm going to use a possibility on that.
He is also going to use a possibility on that.
Since I got 3 just for him.
Oh my goodness.
Holy shit.
Holy moly.
So he has
Oh
a
my God.
+4 to his melee weapon attack with his joust.
Wow.
Your thing got messed up, so I don't know what's going on there.
Oh, well, it's not letting me because it says something about no ability was found for beast
That's weird. Hold on. Let me try.
Oh wait, maybe I would hang on.
There you go.
There we go. I'm sorry. Because of your rolls, I was clicking the wrong.
Oh, okay.
So
he's got a +4 and you've got a +2. And this is just going to be a contest. So whoever gets the higher result wins. Okay. Is that cool?
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. So same result, 16. Gotcha. So yeah, this is a melee weapons attack. You have a +2. He has a +4. Here we go. He rolled a 24. He crit. He rolled a 10, which exploded, and then.
And I have a +2.
Stakes have never been higher.
All right, you rolled a 16. He unseats you.
But I'm just going to use a possibility.
Okay, use a possibility. I'm going to use a possibility for him too, depending on what goes down.
The possibility.
So it's not enough. You got to bump up, but it's not going to be enough. You only get a 19. So he still unseats you from your horse, and you fall to the ground. No damage, no shock, nothing like that. But you are defeated. And he rides around and salutes, and he says, well, hold on. I believe the winner named the stakes. Tonight, at the gala, you have to help me win the crown. And that is where we will end today's session of Reality Raiders 3, The Search for the Eternity Armor.
What?
My name is Rudy Basso. You can find me online at Rudy Basso on Twitter or on Instagram if you want to see pictures of my dog, which is all I do with my Instagram. Thank you so much for playing. This was a lot of fun this session. Really, really enjoying things. Let's go around. Tell me where I can find you online and what you are currently doing. Let's start again to my right with Amber.
Hi, yes, I'm Amber. You can find me on Twitter at Rocket Orca or Instagram, which is also a dog Instagram right now, because that's all that gives me joy is looking at my dog right now. No, I also got great joy from playing this game tonight. It gave me life. So you can find my stuff at geekspective.com. I do tons of things right now. I'm doing Tabletop Babble. My first episode came out this past Monday.
Nice.
It was really good, really fun. And also the Warren of Petal Grove. I've got a new cast coming up and the announcements start tomorrow.
Ooh, fun. All right, dropping down. No, let's go across me, the game master, to Shauna. Hi, how are you? What are you up to these days? Where can people find you online?
The fanfic part of my brain took over for a few minutes, but I'm back now. But I am Shada Flying Cirrus on Twitter and pretty much every place else on Instagram. Do a lot of art and play a lot of games. So including on Wednesdays is the Ashes. It's a Blazing a Dark game on Savrix channel on Wednesdays, and on Level Up Dice, it's Scion. We're a bunch of new gods, and I play a little Kitsune godling. So that's one of the things that I do.
Very cool. Below you, Little Red Dot. Obviously, what are you working on? That's where you can find you. What else?
Yeah, I'm Little Red Dot. You can find me there. I am working on all kinds of things. I'm a independent producer, so I'm always doing something somewhere on somebody's Twitch channel. Right now, I'm spending a lot of time with Kobold Press as their new Twitch producer, and you can check me out in the Stitch of Fate VTM podcast, as well as through other places throughout the week. So just do that thing and Google the little of red dots.
All right, I will do that. As
Oi,
should
or I'll
you.
keep talking like this if you don't.
Please, everybody, do that. Okay. I definitely went Australian when I was doing my voice too. I got to work on my.
I was all over the place, but dedication is all that matters.
Exactly. You commit to the bit. That's what they say. And then jumping across that beautiful Torg Eternity logo, excuse me. Pruitt, where can people find you online? What else are you up to these days?
Well, I am Pruitt, one half of WebDM. You can find our videos over on YouTube on like Wednesdays and Fridays, and check out our Patreon for other fun stuff. Yeah, we're working on some stuff, and we'll be able to talk about that more and soon. But also on Twitter and Instagram at JPruInc. But yeah, this was a fun game. Sorry to miss last time, but yeah, I think it was worth it coming back with turning a foe into a love interest frenemy. Who knows?
Who knows?
And I'll just say this: he said I have to help him win it. He didn't say I have to help him keep it.
That's
so
very true.
That is
very true.
Very fine distinction to the letter of the law.
Yeah. If you would like to help support us, the cast members of the show, you can head to patreon.com/webdmplays, where for just $2, you can get access to a Discord with all of us. Feel free to ask me why I got that rule wrong, because I'm learning, or any other questions you may have about the characters, and I'd be so thrilled to answer them. A lot of really cool things, and like I said, that money goes to us, and it would be really, really helpful. So that's going to do it for this week. We will see you next week on WebDM Plays Torg Eternity. Bye.